Hello everyone, Tammy here. Welcome to Tarot Tuesday. So on the first Tuesday of each month, I do a pretty extensive walkthrough of a deck that I've been using. So I've had this deck for a couple of years, maybe about 4 or 5 years now that I think about it. Um, but I haven't, I've worked with it a little bit, but I work with it quite a bit, like preparing to do this video. So it's called The Wild Unknown Archetypes by Kim Kranz. And it comes in this beautiful box that I love. Um, it has a really great guidebook that we will get into here in a sec. And the cards are round, but this box is beautiful. Just love it. Okay, so putting that over there. So I'm gonna go through and show you the book first. It is one of the best books I've worked with. So she does collage type of art with some watercolor. So she does kind of watercolor painting and collage work. And I really, really love it. Love, 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 love the art. So, yeah, it has a whole, so hers are archetypes. So this whole deck goes around or follows or wherever how is around the archetypes. So you have the self, the places, the tools, the initiations, and she just goes through and talks about making how she got the calling to make the deck. It's all really, really fascinating. I highly recommend that if you do get this deck, you read the book. So she talks about the archetypes, their origins, territory, patterns, images. Yeah, she just their intentions. Just a great book. I can't recommend it enough. So then she talks about understanding each part of the deck. So the selves, the places, the tools, the initiation. And then she talks about using the cards. And and she has some spreads in here to use. I'm so funny. I rarely use the spreads that are in the guidebook. I probably should. So, and then it gets into the cards, and I love this. Is just so cool. So it has the mother, it has the great mother, the feminine, the source, and then it talks about the mother here. And then down here, it has a section when light, it's glowing, generative, creative, nurturing. When dark, dim, exhausted, controlling, limiting. And then she has, and she does this for every single card, she has a go deeper, which is, so read the Tao Te Ching. I'm sure I didn't say that right. Chapter 1, and imagine the mother of 10,000 things. So this setup, she does this for every single card. And then here, she'll just have little tidbits. So notice how the mother archetype is expressed in nature. This is perhaps the most balanced and benevolent form of the mother's grace. So when you're in nature, you can be aware of the mother archetype. And then the mother is part of the trifecta maiden, mother, crone. Because of the relationship between them, take special note when these cards appear in one reading. So if you get a mother and a crone in a reading together, or, maiden mother, or, any combination of those, pay special attention to that. So every single card has that. And I can't remember how many cards are in the deck. 50. L is 50, right? No, that's not right. I should know my Roman numerals, but I don't. So let's take a look at the deck. So this is really hard for me to get used to at first, the round cards. It's not possible to riffle shuffle them. They're very hard, thick cards. Let me pull this down so you can really see the cards well. Okay, I think that'll be good. Okay, so, and there's really no upright or reverse, because, when you do it, it could be any. But what I did when I read the card was I really looked at the card first. So, this could be like a stormy sky. It could be night turning into day. You have the crescent moon here. You have a hand. She uses hand symbols a lot in her artwork. So that's the offering, the pilgrim, the village. So this deck is it's a very strong reader. So it will there's no bullshit with this deck. So it's not going to mess you about. It's not going to be vague. You will know what the message is, very much so. And I really appreciated that. So this deck is very similar to the mystical shaman deck that I did last month. Isn't that card pretty? So pretty. It's when I have serious work that I want to do, and I have serious questions, or I'm going through something. I would choose this deck or the mystical shaman deck. So I'm kind of getting these two. There's a couple other decks that are like, similar, but these two are they're amazing. That's really all I can say. So the castle, the womb. And I think what makes the cards also kind of extra special is the book. I mean, the book is the comic. Love that. The book is just phenomenal. It really, really helps. But the artwork's great too. Like here you can see this is the destroyer. So I'm not sure what these are here. I'm not sure what those are, but there's this like gold ring, and you can see some like menacing eyes there. And there's this, dual light right in the middle, but then it's like the darkness is like expanding around it. So will this light grow and fill in the darkness? What's going on with that? So that's what I do when I get a card, is I kind of evaluate it. I actually write these things down in the questions, and then when I look at the book, then I kind of answer them. So here's the shaman. So good. The fault line. The venom. The king. The animal. So Kim Kranz, she has a few decks, so you'll have to look her up. She has this deck, she sells it in a small normal size too, I believe. I was just very intrigued with the round shape of these. And I don't know if you can tell, but these are individual hand drawn little dots that do all of this shading around there. Yeah, talk about some meditative art. And the same with these concentric circles here. The seed. This definitely reminds me of tree rings. The shadow. The hunter. The nectar. I know I got, when I worked with this deck, just as when I worked with the Mystical Shaman deck, I did draw a card multiple times in the week. So I did a hard dig into it for, well, it was a week and a half with this one, actually. The judge. I mean, the poet. It's so pretty. They're just so pretty. It's so interesting, the artwork. The ocean. The maiden. The bridge. I did get this one. I do remember that. The crone. Beautiful card. The prayer. I got this card too. The one. The tear. The creator. Anima Mundi. That's got a lot going on. A lot of symbolism on there. The mask. Eros. The sword. I got this card twice. Yep. Yeah. I got this one twice too. The forest. So pretty. The Starborn. Kairos. The riddle. The mystic. So pretty. The queen. The river. The cave. The mountain. The mirror. The vessel. The orphan. The temple. The mother. Agape. The storm. The empty room. Apocalypsis. Ooh, the siren. I got that card too. The bardo. The warrior. The vow. The vision. The shapeshifter. The underworld. The mentor. The thread. The self. the flame, the heart, the unseen. I got that card too. The desert, and the sustainer. So I'm going to pull this up just a bit and shuffle and just pull a card. So see what messages come up for today. This is actually an extremely hard deck to shuffle. The cards stick together. I'm not sure how to prevent that. So if I split them in half, I can riffle shuffle. And I'm just doing this so you can see, kind of see the cards in action. So I was kind of saying, I also have a animal deck of Kim Cran's that I've worked with definitely more than this one, but I haven't worked with it lately. So I'll be reviewing that at some point, or sharing that with you all. So let's just see what we get. The message from, what is the message from the archetypes today? There we go. The vow. So let's bring this back down. Whoops, that was loud. And then let's dig into the book and see what it says. There we go, the vow. So, well, first let's just look at the card. So, it's got an interesting, it looks like two hands embraced up here, but then it looks like a third hand is like grasping maybe them together. So, yeah. And then here's like a diamond and some kind of bird. It doesn't really look like a dove. It looks more like, I don't know, it could be a crow or a hawk or something. And then it has these, what look to me like black pearls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this black burst coming out into this yellow. So let's see what the book says. So the vow, the promise, the oath, the contract. When the vow is spoken, the air shifts. Karmic ties are formed and destiny tilts on its axis. Our words and intentions have immense power. There is a reason the great mythic stories of our past often include the easy for me to say. Let me see if I can say this. The recitation of oaths and the mixing of drops of blood. Whoops, I just hit the camera arm. As a mark of union. So I have to take a drink of water. The tricky part is that reciting the vow, no matter how casually, activates the eternal and unseen forces of the world. The ancestors bear witness, the laws of nature respond. These promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten, so breaking them can leave lingering complexities and loose ends. This card calls on us to acknowledge the vow we are living by, consciously or unconsciously, and either recommit to it or create a ritual that signifies its closure. You've been underestimating the power of your promises. When light, bearing witness to the shift towards destiny, when dark, unconscious vows, unkept promises, messy karma, go deeper, learn the yamas, 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 which are the 5 vows of the seeker. And then one of the margin notes is, think of the last promise you made. Was it to yourself or another? Has it been upheld or broken? Interesting. And then in the other margin, it says, anytime the energy of the vow is present, we are in the archetypal realm of ceremony and ritual. That means time stands still and anything is possible. So that, my friends, is the Wild Unknown Archetypes by Kim Krans. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you have a deck you would like to see, let me know, and I will plan to, if I haven't worked with it yet, I will work with it so I can tell you how it reads and my reactions to it. And yeah, so like I said, I hope you enjoyed it, and if so, please give me a thumbs up, and if you have not already, please hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you along. I do mostly art type videos, but on Tuesdays I talk tarot. Most Tuesdays, I don't get it every single Tuesday usually, but most Tuesdays I talk tarot. And the first Tuesday of every month I do a deep dive into a deck that I have, or a deck that people are interested in seeing. If I don't have it, I might go purchase it. Kind of depends. And otherwise, I mostly do art, junk journaling, collaging, mixed media. So yeah, so love to have you along. And I hope you all have a great day, and remember to be good to yourselves. Bye.